Hello, I'm Jeanette Smith-Perrone. I'm the chair for the Networking and Cybersecurity program here at Tacoma Community College. I want to thank you for the opportunity to share with you what we're doing here to bring the next generation of cybersecurity professionals into the industry. Now, we're not only focused on cybersecurity professionals, we're also working on foundation level skills for the students who are entering into the field of networking or generally information systems. And I'll explain how that works as we move forward. For now, let's just look at each student as an individual coming in with an opportunity to enter into information systems coming through the TCC, Networking and Cybersecurity's program. There is a minimum requirement. They need to have Math 75 and reading, and they need to have basic English skills and writing skills. So that aside, the students come into the program. Generally, we start in fall and winter. Those are the entry points into the program, though they can take classes anytime during the year, but that's where they start the true beginning of the program itself. And they start with a course called IT 102, that's Microcomputer Systems Hardware, and IT 110, and that is the course for Windows operating systems, or their first operating systems course. Now, this is a basic structure. The program itself is built around a foundation style learning. The reason we do this is we want them to have a very good, solid understanding of information systems before they go forward and choose their specific specialty. We also look for adding team building and security, integrity or ethics, and the ability to communicate effectively on projects, as well as communicating with their teammates and with other potential clients or people they might be involved with. Now, this is a big order, and we accomplish this within 2 years. Now, these students are coming in from all levels and all ages. Generally speaking, we'll see students come out of high school through Running Start and join the program, or we might see students who are, they've been through a little bit of work and they decide they want to change their trajectory for their career. And then we have those that are coming out of the military who have some skills but need to craft them to the industry because they really have difficulty communicating that civilian and military experience, making that bridge, so we help them do that. Or they may be students who are coming for re-education. They're older students, and what they are was from another field, and they are coming to us as a means of learning a transition to that new field, a new trajectory or a new pathway. Now, taking that into consideration, we have all of them together in these groups, and they learn very well. It takes a little while because we have to teach them how to be a dynamic team, how to interact effectively. But the benefit of all of this is what the employer is asking for. The employer asks for soft skills. And if you look at job descriptions on an organizational website such as ONET, that's o-net.com, please do look it up. It's a good place to go for those background skills that organizations are looking for people in IS at any different level of education and skill. So we take those skills, those soft skills, and build them into the students over a year. And in the second year of the program, we take them from learning with our assistants to becoming more and more independent learners, where they own their learning and they become continuous learners. By the end of the program, they're capable of moving into, say, an online degree program or to move into another degree program. Now, let's look at that idea of the next step. So TCC has an applied associate's degree in networking and cybersecurity with 2 focuses, networking or cybersecurity, depending upon the interests and skills of the student at that level in the second year. Once the student completes the program, at that point, they have the opportunity in this applied science degree to transfer directly to Western Governors University, that's wgu.edu, without taking any additional courses. No additional humanities, no additional language courses, no additional mathematics beyond business mathematics or upper algebra. And they have the ability at that point to continue into a bachelor's degree, which is very important in the information systems career path. We are much more employable. We gain more income. We're definitely receiving higher salaries once we receive a bachelor's. And also we have a level of entry into the organization that's much higher. So this is important. Applied science degrees do not need to be terminal degrees. They are a transition into a new level of learning. Now, wgu.edu, what do they do for us? Well, We have an articulation directly with them from Tacoma Community College. We are one of the only colleges in Washington State that has this articulation from the networking program directly into the information systems programs within WGU. A student can complete within 2 years. That means a total of 4 years from start to finish to a bachelor's degree, with an associate's in the middle. Now, I look at that and I say, okay, that sounds exciting, but what is it about WGU that makes it so it's a good pathway for handing off from Tacoma Community College? Well, it's only going to cost the student $2,800 every 6 months. Now let that settle in. You know how much it's costing our students to go on to university level education. It's also a degree path that's highly desired by our industry. The ads from WGU are not lying. That's not just spin. That is truth. They are really looking for these skills. And the reason is that WGU bases their education model on what's called competency-based learning. They tied the articulation to TCC because we have the skill set to teach the students the skills that they need to then learn in competency-based learning and succeed in that model. So in this level, meaning at TCC, it's better not to focus solely on competency-based learning, but foundational learning. And then the handoff to WGU, which is competency-based. By the time they graduate WGU with a bachelor's degree, they will have an associate's degree from TCC, a bachelor's degree from WGU, and 7 to 11 industry-level certifications, CompTIA, Prometric, Microsoft, or Cisco. So these are certifications that they can use to step into the industry and earn very substantial wages. Also, WGU will give the students credit for certifications that they have received prior to moving into WGU, which shortens their time at that particular institution. They also have the ability to move on to a master's degree afterward, which is another good reason to continue having that next step. And that was important when I first came to TCC. I wanted to see the students in the program not just have a terminal degree, but to have that next step. Now, if you take a student from high school, going back and re-educating, choosing this degree path for the first time, or actually coming from industry and wanting to tool their skills and get a degree so they can continue to move in their level of the particular industry they're working in, it's applied in all of those instances. And this is very exciting. So we take those students and we build this pathway for them. We help them learn the skills necessary to succeed in the next level. And that's the exciting piece about what we're doing at TCC. It is really different. I want to also introduce you to the concept of having your students come to TCC, if your students are high school level, through Running Start, and they can start the program while they're actually attending high school. We also have the ability for students at TCC. I set up a program where if the student completes a certification, such as the CompTIA A+ certification, they get credit for the IT 102 and the IT 110 class. Of course, they do have to pay for the credits, and there is a bit of a paperwork process there, but they do have the ability to earn the credits also through certification here at TCC. That is a powerful message that I want to share with you. Not just that we have very successful students who are being hired. Our percentages are 80% moving from TCC onto employment, but also a very high percentage, over 60%, moving directly to a transfer. So during the time that the students come to the last year, they determine what that next step will be. And we talk at great length about where they want to go next, whether it's to an employment opportunity, it's to WGU, or a combination of both. In fact, many of our students are working and going to school at the same time. Because their skills are so highly desired in the last year, we are having them actually recruited from the program. So we ask them to stay with the program, have a long vision for their future, and to continue within the program. This is an important piece of helping students make that decision for their new pathway. That choice of education supported by work makes them far more employable. So in the future, as you come across individuals who have an interest in information systems, they may be individuals that like to solve puzzles or play games or tinker, or maybe they're just helping personalities, but they really think technology is cool, then I think we're really a good place for them to go and take the opportunity to change the trajectory for them and themselves, their families, and their futures. I want to give you a taste of what the income ranges are for our students that are leaving the program. It is not unusual for a student to move into a career, beginning career, in technical support, earning between $35,000 and $45,000 a year leaving the program, not even stepping into WGU at that time. Then we have students who apply themselves much deeper to the program. They really work at the program while they're here. These students are going out into networking positions and implementation positions and project positions, and they're earning between $55,000 and $65,000 a year. If they move on to WGU, the benefit is increasing their wage between $10,000 and $20,000 a year. Now, we can do the math. It does work out, but it is a good pathway. Now, it's not for everyone, that's true, but I think that we need to start reaching into those individuals that they have the idea that they could succeed in technology. They just don't know how to get there, and that's our job, to help them get there. So I hope you consider the Networking and Cybersecurity program. It's an exciting opportunity, and it's a great group of people. I really enjoy the students. I think that they really apply themselves well to their futures, and they do take this very seriously. Thank you.